This is DAHBOO77. For the longest time, we've talked about the possibility of martial law and of camps set up in this country. For the longest time, it got scoffed at, called conspiracy, and rejected. We now have these camps being rolled out not only in Canada and other countries, but it's being proposed right here in this country, in the state of New York. These detention centers, for those that don't want to get the jab. It's happening. Everything everyone said, oh, it'll never happen, it's not possible, there'll be a revolution before that happens. Well, here we are, no revolution, and it's happening. So, a heads up to all of you that want to travel to, through, or live in New York State. They have this bill that would allow the government to detain you and put you in any little location that they deem to be a housing facility for people like this. So, Nick Perry pushed this bill, A416. It calls for the removal and the detention of individuals who are infected in a case, contact, or carrier type of situation of any type of contagious disease. So this can escalate to any other disease outside of this, any mutation down the road. This sets the stage to give them the excuse to scoop people up and house them at these places. I advise people start taking a good look around the cities and the states where they're at and take a real good look at what they're doing. If they're setting up prisons for you, just waiting, for you to slip up and this and that, you might want to think twice about where you're at. Some of these states are going to continue to snowball, and I do see a fractioning here in this country. They're taking it that way. And I do see at some point states breaking away on their own direction. That will be the split up of this country. And I believe it's all by design. But in all honesty, I'm not so sure there's much anyone's going to do to save that. Because when you have a bunch of people, say like California, thinking one way, people are leaving in droves, going to somewhere like Texas, they are all of a sudden on polar opposite ends from one another. So you have these places starting to fill up with like-minded people, and then other places where I guess they have their like-minded as well, and it's really just splitting everyone just how they wanted it. So eyes open, man. We are in a battle, that is for sure. Make sure to join me on the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on DLive exclusive, 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, make sure to follow me over here on the feed where everything will be kicked out.
A New York State lawmaker has introduced a bill that would allow the government to detain people deemed for potential public risk and concerns that the COVID-19 crisis is being alleged used to usher in authoritarianism, authorized by the Democratic member of the New York State Assembly in Nick Perry. Bill A416 calls for the removal and or detention of individuals who identify as case, contact, carrier of a contagious disease. More on http://www.rt.com USA 511357 New York. This article should lock you for the lighting. Foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Rakadash. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike, teach 100% truth. Shalom, Barakathon to them for the edification and knowledge, and double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike, teach 100% truth. Shalom, Barakathon to them. And foremost, give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Rakadash. That was relating to detention camps, relating to people being high risk for the 19 carriers, and they're talking. Brothers always talking about relating to the FEMA camps, aka FEMA type camps, man. So these things are looks like they're really going to manifest. 2 Ezra 15:14 through 19. I want to read that. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That specific verse, man, when people are going to be forced into these camps, there's going to be probably some resistance, putting it mildly. And at that time, when they do these things, they're not going to regard the kings and princes, man, the ones in power, man. Now, a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able to martial law, lockdowns, stay-at-home orders, essential businesses only travel, curfews. Just the times we're in. We're in a continuation. New year, new things to come. From a spiritual aspect. Number 18. Because of their pride, the city shall be in trouble. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So the cities are going to be in trouble because of the state and condition of things going on. The houses shall be destroyed because of lack of different things. Bread, for example, famine. And men shall be afraid. Men, women, everybody shall be afraid, relating to the state and condition of how society is going to be. 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Home invasion, looting, rioting. In various cities this year, New York, Kenosha, Wisconsin, Chicago, Philadelphia, upstate in Washington State, Portland, various cities, people pretty much breaking and entering. For example, stores, looting, rioting. Civil unrest also in other countries, man, relating to different things, man. So the tensions are set, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. So they're going to use the weaponry to take what they want by force and spoil their goods. Take what they want, man. So they're going to bind that strong man and take and spoil his goods, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread for great tribulation. This is what times we're in, tribulations, man. These things are being set to happen. We'll go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah 19. Different entities was talking about relating to these FEMA camps, aka detention centers. This is a reality. This is Isaiah 19. We'll start at the top. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, that's a chariot, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be removed. Pretty much these things that these people are worshiping, relating to these philosophies, religions, and different things, man. The Lord's going to knock it out of the box. He's going to knock it. He's going to knock it out of His presence, man. And shall be removed at His presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. That's citizens against citizens, man. And they shall fight every one against his brother. So that civil unrest is going to happen. That intentions, that strife, that contention. For I come not to bring peace but a sword, man. That's the spirit of division, tension, that's going to be brought, man, among the people and multitudes of people in society, man. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 21. It's times of sorrow. We in them times of sorrow. Number 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek the idols to charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits. Pretty much just false godlike type images, man. Sorcery, witchcraft, which tries to pretend to be DAHBOO77, man, but it's not. And the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them. So that's the one in power who's ruling now. And saith the Lord, the Lord of hosts. That's the burdens of Egypt, man. Citizen against citizen, Egyptian against Egyptian, whether in this country or in the other countries. So that tension is going to be set forth, man. The spirit of civil unrest, division, strife, and contention, that's building up, man. It will be building up, definitely. That being said, this is something short. Give all praise to DAHBOO77 Holding Facilities. The water for listening. Shalom.